Members of the Nigerian Senate are asking the federal government to immediately implement the agreement reached with the Academic Staff Union of Universities to prevent further disruptions in the education sector. Chairman of the Senate Committee on Tertiary Institutions and TETFUND, Senator Muntari Dandutse, expressed concern that the prolonged delay in fulfilling the agreement has continued to strain relations between the government and the academic union. He disclosed that the Senate would facilitate a meeting between ASU, the Ministry of Education, the National Universities Council Commission, and other relevant agencies to address the outstanding issues. Senator Dandutse appealed to both parties, stressing that the welfare of students and stability of the education system must come first.
The Senate is not happy that the agreement by the government to ASU has not been fulfilled. The Senate agreed to convey the government agencies and ASU, most especially the Ministry of Education and NUC, for a negotiating as soon as possible so that we can resolve this lingering problem.
He is not alone in his call. Another member of the committee, Adams Oshiomhole, advised ASU to be patient while the Senate works to facilitate renewed engagement between the union and the government representatives. He acknowledged the legitimacy of ASU's grievances but insisted that continuous strikes were not a sustainable solution.
I believe with good faith this can be resolved, and the same logic applies to every other specific allowances that is tied to the nature of academic work. Having made your point, as ASU, we also believe, because after all, they call it a warning strike. For me, 1 day warning is enough. Once the warning has sunk down, you know we have the capacity to withdraw. You have made your point.
ASU National President Dr. Christopher Piuna urged lawmakers to push for increased funding for universities, arguing that adequate resources would end the cycle of strikes.
If you help us as Senate to improve funding to universities, you will see what our researchers will produce. We challenge the Committee on Tertiary Education and indeed the entire Senate to try us and see. Just try us and see. Push government to increase funding to universities and see whether there will be strikes in this country. Push government to improve funding in Nigerian universities and see whether our students and our universities, our ranking will not, surpass all these African countries.